What? Oh my God, I wasn't even expecting that one. Studied medicine and psychology.
Yes, trained as
Oh
a
my
doctor.
God.
Also studied psychology.
You have got to be kidding me. Did you ever feel, some type of way like you're different from everybody?
Well, sometimes when you can't play football because of the limitation of the vision, when you can't run the way your colleagues run, when you can't do some things, or you can't even go out at night if you wanted to, or if you wanted to watch TV, you can't just sit anywhere and watch TV. You have to go close, and then you be like, don't go too close to that TV. You want to spoil your eye. I don't already get that. The deterioration of my vision actually started as far back as I was in SS1. Once I get dropped off in school in the morning, I will go into class and my eyes just become red and I won't be able to, as I'm sitting up now, I can raise my head. I won't be able to do that in school. So it will be so red and watery and I have to put my head down this way, because and the most funny thing is, it will remain like that till exactly 4 p.m. Wow. And when it's 4 p.m., it will be as if now the day is over. You know that school song. Everything will just become clear, and I will be able to go home on my own as if not. I'm like, what kind of life is this? Why would I continue like this?
Hi everyone, welcome to another amazing episode of Conversations with Ife Talks. And today, drum roll. Today we're going to be having a podcast session and I'm really excited and pumped about it. We're having a session, something like we've never had before. Today I'm privileged, honored to host someone very, very special, very, very unique on the show today. So he's someone who has been living for quite a while now with a challenge, an obvious challenge, right? Visual challenge. And it's amazing how, yes, this looks like a big deal because everybody wants to use their eyes to see. You need your eyes for this, you need your eyes to move. But how are you able to rise above that challenge? How are you able to turn that to an advantage? It's amazing the things we're going to hear today, right? Irrespective of what he has been going through for years. He has gone to school, he has achieved many things. He's going to share those things with us today. So welcome, sit back, relax, because today is a day of no excuse, that no matter what you're going through, great things can still come out of you. So please join me as I welcome to Ife Talks, Mr. Omotayo Afolabi.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to be here this afternoon.
Awesome.
Mrs. Ife has really done a good job of the introduction. I really need not to say more other than, I am Omotayo Afolabi, a visually impaired graduate of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Osun State, studied medicine and also psychology.
What? Oh my God, I wasn't even expecting that one. Studied medicine and psychology.
Yes, trained as
a
doctor.
God.
Also studied psychology.
You have got to be kidding me.
No.
Okay, I wasn't ready for that. I did not even see the medicine bit coming. No. Wow, amazing. Okay, so before we get there, because I already have questions around that, so maybe I should start with were you born with this physical visual challenge? Were you born with it?
I've always known myself with this challenge, so I would say I was born with it because as early as 4 months into my time, my mother said she took me to a clinic and then they found some things swimming in the eyes and some other stuff, and then my first surgery was done at the age of 6 months for lens extraction, for cataract surgery. So I had already started going under the knife as early as 6 months. I had also gone through several things. I'd used glasses, I'd used contact lenses. Far back as some 20-something years ago, I'd already been facing a lot of challenges with the vision. First of all, I could remember sometimes when I first was introduced into contact, and because I always saw that the contact had to be washed and everything. And then at night, one day, the contact just fell out of my eye, it fell out of my eyes. And then if I knew what happened, I said, let me wash it. And the thing fell off through my friend's kitchen sink. And
never find it again.
So I had to get another one, and that one was not compatible. Not like now that there's so much contact lenses in the market, and then it was really a very tough deal. And but back to it was a challenge, but I thank God for one thing. And in my story generally, I moved through so many things from my childhood to the secondary school.
We're going to get there. We're going to get
so
there.
it's a really
but I want to just take you back. Okay, so are you saying that at some point you could see?
Oh, very well.
Oh, right. So please take us to, so for how long were you able to see before?
Okay. Well, I was able to see as far back as I could tell up till the vision actually deteriorated to where it is now in 2019.
Oh,
And
so that's like 6 years ago.
Yes. So, but before then, it had been on a very steady decline. I had done so many other things just to save vision. So I'm even like what they call a doctor's son. I'm a consultant's son. So there's virtually no state in Nigeria, in this Southwest, that I don't have a consultant that I work with because of this vision.
Amazing. So, okay, so that means your primary education, your secondary education, and maybe your university, you were still able to see and read.
Yes, I was still able to move about. Let's just say I was still able to see and move about almost unaided up to towards the end of my university education.
Oh, okay. So, amazing. So, so you're wearing glasses through primary, secondary?
For primary school, I wore glasses. Those very thick ones that you call it. In secondary school, so in secondary school, I did wear glasses to an extent, then wore contacts in the last 3 years of secondary school. Then I moved into university. Okay, in the university, my first 2 to 3 years in the university, I wasn't using anything, but I was really struggling. It was in my. You
weren't wearing anything at all?
Yes, I wasn't using anything. Because nothing was really working again then. It was really a struggle until a particular diagnosis was made, and I discovered that because what the challenge is that I had the initial diagnosis was congenital bilateral cataract. But later on, it deteriorated because I later developed secondary glaucoma. But that secondary glaucoma was not detected until my early years in the university. And that's where my second set of journey started. But it's been very good. When I was in primary school, my first primary education, I went to Chrisland. Chrisland was like, no, we can't take this guy. We don't have facility to take him. So I now went to Command Ikeja. So in Command Ikeja, I had wonderful.
I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you. I might be cutting you a lot because I just want us to understand as much as possible.
Yes, no problem.
So Chrisland primary school didn't take you?
Yeah, they couldn't take me. They said they didn't have the facility to take me down because I was visual. As at then, I still had that visual. The visual challenge was there.
But you had your glasses on, didn't you?
No, at that age, I couldn't really use glasses. So they felt they won't be able to train someone like me based on the fact that they were not that kind of school in the beginning. So, and my mother said, no, I don't want my child to be trained. I want my in a disability school. I want my child to be trained as. In fact, my mother doesn't see me as my mother doesn't see me as a challenged person. So, and I grew up with that mentality, and it has really helped me.
Awesome.
So that's that.
Awesome. So you moved from.
So I went. So it was just a term I spent there. So I went to Command Ikeja, and from Command I met wonderful people. Where what was now the norm then was that my colleagues or my friends then would. When the lesson notes are being copied on the board, they would dictate the notes as in they would do what we call read and write. So as they'll be like, this is the day the Lord has made. It's like it's what's written on board. So as they are saying it, I'm writing it down. So I did that for my primary school, did that in secondary school.
In primary school, you were doing the read and write?
Yeah, so I've gotten used to taking notes very fast. So I also did have opportunities of once in a while I could collect the biology teacher's notes. That was in secondary school. Take it home, copy the whole thing, bring it back the next day. So it was in between, but one of the people that made that journey easy for me then, because I remember 2 very important people. And one of my friends now, his name is Kennedy Ojo, he's out of the country. And then the other one, Wemo Jinadu, very wonderful person. Wemo Jinadu was always on my left hand. As in, if I sit down like this, yes, if I sit this way now and we need to write, it's always, once it's dictating, I'm writing, it's dictating. So, and we did that from, if I remember very well, from GS2 to SS3.
Amazing. He was by your side.
He was by my side.
All through that
time. So I would never ever forget him. He had always been a very good friend.
Wow, that's so good. I mean, this just reinforces the importance of people around you.
Yes, exactly.
The value of amazing relationships.
Very.
So, I'm thinking again, because you said that in primary school you were wearing glasses. So is it that your glasses were not strong enough to help you still see the board?
Yes, the glasses were not strong enough.
Amazing.
The glasses were not strong. It was because I discovered later on that I would wear the glasses, but I won't be able to see from, because most glasses are designed with a specific center of focus. It's usually a curved disc, but I wasn't seeing from that center of focus, so it was practically like a useless thing to me. So if I needed to see, I had to take any reading material I needed to do and then place it very close to my face like this. So it wasn't. That was actually how I was able to get by then.
Amazing. So, I mean, now I want to talk about the things that always happen, because I know that, I mean, with young children, there's always, you have some people laughing at you, you have some people, I mean, even now, it might even be for something you're just seeing someone trying to mock you and all that. And I know that usually there's always a bit of stigmatization. How was that in your childhood, in the people around you?
Oh, well, I would say, children of the time when we were growing up, we're much more compassionate than now. That's the truth. Because then you will still have people who would, they'll tease you like, 4 o'clock eyes, this one, that one, that one. Do you understand? Coke bottle glasses and everything. They'll tease you. Some would just want to come and try to take away something you have so that you could run after them, just tease you. But it was really not, there wasn't anything about bullying or full intimidation or anything. Unlike what I know of things in the current system of today. So, but basically, and then, the system then there was, I don't know if I'll call it an indictment now, because then if there's anything and you felt aggrieved, you could report to the school authorities and they could meet that appropriate discipline. But now nobody wants to put down too much discipline on anybody's child anymore, so they don't look at clients.
Yes.
Because they call the children clients now. They don't want to look at it.
Amazing. But did you ever feel, some type of way like you're different from everybody? Did it ever affect you in any way?
Well, sometimes when you can't play football because of the limitation of the vision, when you can't run the way your colleagues run, when you can't do some things, you can't even go out at night if you wanted to, or do any other thing. It's like a limitation. So if you wanted to watch TV, you can't just sit anywhere and watch TV. You have to go close, and then you like, don't go too close to that TV. You want to spoil your eye. I will already get that TV. You understand? So you be like, why are we going to do like this? So are we going to be like this? So it was good anyway, but it's one thing that I can always say is that the environment I grew up in was supportive anyway. So especially my mother, she was very, very supportive. So she was always of the, don't ever see yourself as someone, you can do it, you can meet up, you are, as far as I'm concerned, I give birth to a perfect child, and you're a perfect child, and you must be a perfect child. So that has always been the thing.
Wow, amazing. That's just so amazing to hear. So I want to quickly jump to where you said that you started to notice that it was deteriorating your 300 level in university.
Okay. So now, when it actually, the deterioration of my vision actually started as far back as I was in SS1. So then I would go to school. Once I get dropped off in school in the morning, I would go into class and my eyes just become red, and I won't be able to, as I'm sitting up now, I can raise my head. I won't be able to do that in school. So it will be so red and watery, and I have to put my head down this way, because the most funny thing is, it will remain like that till exactly 4 p.m. And when it's 4 p.m., it will be as if now the day is over. You know that school song? Now the day is over, night is drawing. Once that kind of time comes in, everything will just become clear, and I'll be able to go home on my own as if not. I'm like, what kind of life is this? Why would I continue like this? Sometimes I'll get to school in the morning, and because of the school I attended, so just like, let's say that guy don't take something before I come this morning. Sassy, I read like somebody went out smoking book. All those kind of things. But I never, they would just say it like in passing. They never used it to intimidate me or victimize me or anything. So, but it was hell. But still, I never gave up. Even that was what used to allow the teachers give me their lesson notes to take home to go and copy, since I won't be able to raise my head in class during the day too. And then sometimes, because of the pain, I will now keep my eyes like this. Let me see if I can recreate it like that.
Wow.
So, be as if, why are you sleeping? What are you sleeping? I'm not sleeping. No, you're sleeping. I'm like, I know the kind of pain where they hear. I'm not good toxic person listen.
Wow.
No, you understand. So that's how that one has always been. So then from there, I wrote my SSC, WAEC, GC, all the exams I needed to write. Did JAMB also. But something very strange happened when I was writing my UTM. I got to the school, I got to the center, got in the exam hall, and then it at first happened Okay, yeah, it happened when I wrote my UTME. Then it happened first in my first GCE exam. So then my vision just became blur, as if I had a white nylon placed over my face. I couldn't see anything. Couldn't read the prints on question paper. Everything was just like plain white paper. Like, how will I do it? So I wish I pleaded with an invigilator then for the GCE, and the person came and stood beside me and read the questions to me. And I said, will you be able to answer? If you can help me with the question, I'll tell you the answer. And the person, and that was how I did that GCE. And
wait a minute, he was reading questions, and then you were telling him the answers, he was writing for you.
No, it was helping me shade it on the OMR sheet.
Oh wow!
So it was helping me shade. So he was because the exam was split into, and that happened on the day of the English paper, and I think on the mathematics. And funny enough, for that same mathematics that I had that kind of challenge, even though I did calculation in my head and everything, I still came out with a B3.
Wow!
But the funny thing, it also happened again on the day of my UTM. Oh my God, what is this? How am I had to plead to them, like, please, I know what I want to write, but I can't see. And they're like, okay, they now call themselves, they spoke among themselves, okay, give him a seat there, okay. No, you just take him to that corner, okay, yeah, sure, you can answer the question, yes, okay, we won't help you, no, I just need you to answer the question. I will just read the questions. So they read the questions, did it for the English, for the UTME, did it for one other paper, out of the 4 papers of UTME, so did it for English and I think biology, and I answered them correctly, and then at the end of the day, I had a very good score, I had 272 at the end of it.
What? Yes. So let's pause. Hi there. So thank you for being here. I know that you're enjoying the video, but I have to quickly say this. Have you subscribed to Ife Talks? Have you? So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. Subscribe now. No way.
Wow.
Are you for real?
Very, very. So
as in, there's a difference because I know that if you have an exam when you're studying, there's just something you just need to, sometimes you want to just think about it, you're not sure, but when they're reading out the questions to you and you have to just answer from your head, that's a whole different level entirely.
I'll just say it's grace, because
no, it just has to be grace, because what? And you had 270 something. Let's not even talk about what I had in UTME. Let's not even go there.
So it was really very, very good.
Wow.
It was very, very good for me. So I got
so they helped you with all your papers. So how did you do the remaining two? How did you do the remaining two?
No, the thing cleared up at a point. So they left me alone. I filled it. I did it myself. I told them immediately that, sir, I can now see. So when I told them I can now see, so they left me alone. I come. So it won't be as if maybe there was any exam or anything. So because there was not. So I got into university. The challenge continued, whereby I'll read for my exams, but I'll notice that I'll get into the exam hall, I won't be able to see the questions.
Oh my God.
I had to go to the school authorities then. I came back to Lagos.
Were you wearing glasses at this time?
Using glasses partially, so I came back to Lagos, went to see my ophthalmologist, and he wasn't on seat then. I was later referred to see someone else. That one too also did some assessments. In the intro, I told you I already done surgery at my first 6 months. So, so I'm already used to the clinic. So I spoke with them. I'm like, okay, we'll run some tests. And then, sad to say, well, the next I discovered, you have glaucoma. Like, glaucoma, what's that? I didn't even know, but they just gave me the light. Take these eye drops, go use them for, don't worry, the vision will clear. I was using those eye drops religiously. But I want to write the exams. I'll be having, at the point I had to go to the lecturers of the courses I was taking in my first year of the university. I'm like, please, I'm having problem. I don't know. Is there a way you guys can have, like, what do you, I don't know, but is there a way maybe if you can print a large print question paper? And then they were doing that, but I was always suffering. And the suffering was that the question will not come at the time the exam will start for other people. So what it means is that they were not like, we forgot about you. Okay, please, let's go and print one copy for him. And then they now, normal font is maybe font 8 or font 10. So they now print one with font 20, now bring it to the exam. And the exam will be like 45 minutes gone. So I'll now be like, I'll now write the exam. And then like, everybody's submitting. I have not finished. I follow us to the office. Okay. The one I can't. So I was like, submit. Okay. I did that for like my first 2 to 3 years in the highest year.
And you were studying medicine.
Yes. So I did that then. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I had to. So I spoke to one of my lecturers one day. He referred me to see another ophthalmologist. The ophthalmologist said, your eyes need advanced care. So then she said, I'll speak to someone. And then from speaking to the person said, okay, let him come over. Let's see what we can do for him. So, the consultant then gave me a referral, went to my department, department gave me a referral. And then from there, I took the 2 referrals and I went to the Indian embassy, then went to India for the eye. And as I was getting to India, that was far back as 2008. And as I got there, the guy looked at it and said, oh, okay, this eye actually needs to be operated on immediately. So I was getting there like on a Monday, and the guy was like, it was, I think, 7th December of that year. And the guy was like, this eyes need to be operated on. Oh, no, it's not 7th December. I think it's either between June and December. I can't remember. This, but the guy was like, this eyes need to be operated on. And immediately, they had to operate on those eyes immediately. I was landing in India. There was nothing like you're sleeping. And because of the severity, and that really gave me. Did you go alone? No, I went with my mother.
Okay.
So, I spent 19 days in India. I came back to Nigeria almost immediately because I didn't want to miss school. I loved school.
Yeah, obviously, you look like a very intelligent, book kind of person. You definitely look it. But wait, when you did the surgery in India, was there any improvement?
Oh wow, the improvement was it was like night and day. When I did it was like night and day. I could see so well. I was so happy. Like I've never had this type of vision. No, but while I live in there, I was now referred to the optometrist, and then the optometry unit was like, okay, well, after assessing, we discovered that you have a poor vision, what we can call low vision, whereby your visual acuity is not as it should be, and it's because your eyes weren't actually properly managed before now. So there was some damage that had been done. So you have to work with some assistive aids, what are they? So I could just show you one of the kind of assistive aids. And a typical assistive aid is something like looks like this. So I was recommended to have something similar to this, and then I was shown how to use it. So this is like a small book.
Okay. Yeah.
So now what we would do is, I don't know if the camera will pick it, but sorry about that. If the camera can't pick it.
No, actually it's a
So now what we do is that you'll see that there's a screen here, and it's illuminating and it's displaying something on the screen.
Yes,
so this was how I actually came back to Nigeria. And for the rest of my medical school training, this was how I read.
Wow. So it makes it really big.
Yes, it makes it big. You could adjust this one now. Adjust the size.
Right. I see that. I see that. Yeah.
You can adjust the size. You also adjust the contrast. Now you can see the color change.
Yes.
So
I see
there are different color schemes. So this is how I came back to Nigeria. Wow. They didn't make it easy for me. I won't lie to you. So I turned it off now. So what they did was when I came back, they're like, "How we show this?" Because this was actually the exact device I used in medical school.
Wow.
Yes.
Still
functioning. Yes. So they said, we're not sure this equipment doesn't have the ability to cheat. So you have to. Yeah. So I had to go to the teaching hospital. They had to go through it, certify it. I had to collect the permit before I could use it in the exam or use it my 200 level, use it 300 level, use it at a point. I looked at it in 200. At the end of 200, I needed another aid. That one had to be.
You went back to India?
No, I didn't go back. I just spoke to them. They connected me to a company in the US, and then there was another equipment that was recommended. That one is Head One. So if I wore it, it gives me the kind of vision I've never had before. My normal vision or my normal visual acuity is 6/60. So 6/60 basically means what a normal sighted person can see as far as 60 meters away. I have to stand close to it to 6 meters before I can see it. So you are seeing something 60 meters away from where you are. I have to go close to it. I'll be at 6 meters to see it. So but when I got that other equipment and I put it on, I wear it over my head. It gives me the same visual acuity of somebody standing at that same 60 meters away. What will you see? So the equipment in this time. No, I don't have it here again. It's bad. So, but I don't know what page I am on this catalog. I could show you like a. I could show you.
Let me see.
I could just tell me what you can see.
Okay, there's a lady wearing.
It's something like on her face.
The man is opposite her.
Okay, lady's wearing something over her head.
Yeah, over. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, something similar to this over the head kind of equipment. So something similar to this. This equipment is made by Enhanced Vision. You can flip to the next page. You see a clearer picture there. I don't know if you see. You should see the next page.
Okay.
You should see a clearer picture of something like that there.
Okay.
Is it there?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So it's Head One. So I'd use this one and there are different equipments in that catalog. Actually.
Yeah, I can see them now. Amazing.
So there are different equipments there.
So you say you can read this?
Yes.
Can you read this? Because we chat on WhatsApp, and I'm looking. How do you chat with me on WhatsApp?
Okay. So basically, as at now, I won't be able to read this as at now that I'm
Okay.
sitting with. But as at then, when I was in school, I could
Oh,
read this
okay.
with these
Oh,
tools.
okay. With
So
that,
now we'll get to that
right.
WhatsApp one. When I looked at the whole scenarios and everything, this is how I came back. The lecturer was telling me, we can't do more than 5 minutes extra time. They were not more printing large papers because I had this kind of tool with me.
Yeah.
So like, we can't give more than 5 minutes extra time. Okay, this one. Okay, how you want to do? I shall struggle through, did my 200 level, 300 level with that new equipment and this one in combination. So there are times whereby there will be no light in school. You know, exam period. If you've ever had that kind of thing, anytime there's any exam in any university, there will be no light. So at the point I had to look for a way to get a generator. I had to stay in town because of that. I couldn't live in the hostel because of that. So I had to get a generator. So I have to charge this equipment. And because of that, I had to be extremely fast because this equipment has a 3-hour battery life. So no matter the exam I want to write, I must finish in 3 hours.
3
If not, I will be stranded.
Oh my
so
God.
I'm not going to come into that exam hall and then I'll be chatting with you or like, no, once I get into the exam hall, the first thing is I switch on the equipment the way I showed you. Look at the questions. Once I read the questions, I turn off the equipment. I quickly ponder over the answers. I ponder over the answers. Okay, how do I want to start? Where am I starting from?
Wow.
Okay, if it's OBJ, for example, now for the OBJs, what I do is you could give me that catalog back. I'll still demonstrate.
Yeah, it's right here.
So what I could do is when I have this turned on like this, it's turned on right display. So I'm reading a text. So when I have to now do the exams, I hold it in my hand like this, have my pen like this, and I'm writing like this or shading like this. So if it's for shading, I shade like this. I could still see. So sometimes if I needed to write, I'll just turn it off and write normally on this thing. So that's how I did the exams up to 500 level, finished 500 level. Then, but then after that, because I remember at the beginning of the intro, because some people come for you and they'll come for you, be like, we know this guy. So before they'll come for you, so let me indemnify you. So the indemnifying is that at the end of 500 level, the investor like, guy, you can't continue like this. No, because there's no way you will allow you to do this thing. I'm like, but this is what I want. You can't continue. How will you see patients? How will you like? And so I said, okay, what do you want me to do? It was like a battle between myself and the university. And at the point, I looked at my life, I looked at my future. My parents had passed away in between my school training. So I was basically getting sponsorship from outsiders. So I looked at it. I don't want to waste outsiders' money. So I had to look at other alternatives. But the end of the 500 level, I pushed. So I used to know that I'm not an unjudgeable. I pushed up to that level. But it was like the battle between me and the university. So I learned to look at it like, I don't want them to waste my life. I don't want them to waste my time. So I had to move to another department, which was psychology. So I studied psychology, graduated with it. That one was a bit much lenient because that one, there were no practical sessions like that, no patients to do. But I still did everything in medical school. I had patients experience, wrote patient exams beside patients, did practicals, looked under microscopes. In fact, there was a particular question that I faced a panel at a point, and then the person was like, how do you want to tell us what you can see? I say, just give me that microscope. I only need to look once. We are very excited. We sit twice. We have to look like, don't worry about me. I will look. I always look once. Anything I pick, I'll tell you, this is what I saw. If I can see it, it's my problem. I managed push myself. That was not favoritism. Everybody said also, in Nigerian university, there's no favoritism. That's the truth.
Wow.
And Nigerian universities train you as if they are training footballers. You have any small challenge, they want you out of the system. That's the truth. So, moved to psychology, finished from there, then moved on to it. But one thing I must let you know is that while I was now in school using this equipment, I sat down and looked at it. I said, please, people are suffering. I've seen people with different challenges, but people can't just continue like this because it's part of what I had to now do. And I saw it as a way that if someone showed me the way when I went to India with this kind of equipment, there's always another way. There is always another way. So how can there be another way? We can't let people just, because then I now notice that when people, there's any challenge, they'll say, go to church, go and sit in church. Church wherever. I'm like, you don't need to sit in church. There are tools online. There are tools outside. Have access to these tools and you would live a much more, because if I didn't have access to these tools, I won't be where I am. I hope it's turned off.
Very true. It's not turned off yet.
Okay. So you understand? So so I had to go through that, and that's what brought about my love for wanting to help people, wanting to also give people the kind of life that I had, which is a life of opportunity, and that's what led me into going into assistive technology.
Amazing. Just before we get there, what motivated you to study medicine in the first place?
I had always wanted to save lives.
Right.
You know, that's what people used to say. But no, mine was, I'd always wanted to be someone who could make an impact, who could save lives. And I felt medical practice was the way to go. And my family supported me in whatever way they could.
Amazing, amazing. How did you feel like when you had to finally move from medicine to psychology?
It was a very tough choice because it's something I've known all my life. It's something I've been used to, but I had to do because one, I was on sponsorship money. So I'm not, my parents were no more. So I don't have parents anymore. So, and the people that were assisting me, one or two people assisting me were like, we're just doing it because one, we know you are already in your penultimate year and the rest of everything. So let's just see how we can push you so you can get out of the system. So, and I won't want to dragging anything with the higher institution. Even though one of my, someone close to me was like, let's take this up with them, this or that. And I remember then the then provost came and said, see, if you take this case to court, you'll win, but you'll waste your time. And the people that you win against, they will still be the one to examine you, and they will still frustrate you later. So why not just reason how you? I looked at it, it was a very difficult decision, but at the end of the day, I felt that, well, because I know outside the country, there are people who were completely blind. I know of a guy that, and this thing I'm saying is as far back as 1972, but people were completely blind that studied medicine. And so, but the agents said no. So, I don't want them to waste my time. So I had to that's why I had to, at the end of the day, move on. And I started looking at vision, the way it was deteriorating. Then I looked at I wanted to leave the university with something. I wanted to have something. I didn't just want to pass through the walls of the university without having anything to show for it. So that's
understand. So did you have to go back? How many years to do this?
Well, the psychology, we got in, we were supposed, so well, we spent basically the whole 4 years of psychology. I had to do it.
You started again?
Well, they have their own rules, so we had to just follow their rules then. So we had to do the whole 4 years.
4 years again.
Did the 4 years.
Amazing. Wow. Hi everyone. So today's show is proudly sponsored by RightMate Technologies. And they say Red Bull gives you wings to fly. All right, so RightMate Technology Solution, what do they do? This is a company that's focused on empowering businesses and individuals through innovation, digital transformation, and capacity development. If you're thinking anything IT related, and when I say IT related, like technology and IT solutions, training and capacity building, yes, they do trainings, whether it's IT related training or data driven trainings. They have a robust training school that handles that for you. You can invite them, or you can go over to them and they will handle that bit for you. Digital and brand strategy, data privacy solutions, website, anything IT related, RightMate Solutions is the one for you. So you can Google them, go online, check out RightMate Solutions, and you will have yourself the best service ever. So let's get back into the video. But throughout that time, you were still able to use your
I was still able to use my aids to study. So I didn't need any special paper. I didn't need anything. The only thing was that I will only just tell you that I'm going to be in this. I didn't, at the point, I wasn't even telling them again. Before I would just tell them, please, if it's for an exam, if you're going to use a blue OMR sheet, because this equipment had a bias for color. So if you're going to use a blue OMR sheet, I wasn't going to see clearly and I'll have difficulty shading. So I would request that, please, is it possible to get a red OMR sheet? So some will oblige, some will, but then I figured out a way because some they won't even remember. So I figured out a way to use this equipment. I had to switch to what they call grayscale to be able to use it. I had to switch to grayscale to be able to use it. So I was able to do that for the psychology.
Amazing. What a journey. What a very instructive journey. And you know what hurts me the most is the fact that, I wish that they were more lenient. Yes, I understand that they were thinking, how would you see patient? But at least in terms of all these things you were asking for to make your learning easier, I wish that the school, and this is a feedback to all Nigerian schools, please, if you see people that have one sort of charge or the other, it's not because they're trying to ask for professional treatment or favoritism, but there just must be a way to make people like it. Exactly. You don't even like it. Exactly. It's just a way to make people's learning easier. Yes. So it's just to make their learning easier, because you can see that there's an obvious issue. So why can't you just do whatever it is in your power to make people's learning easier? Amazing. So so now that, after school, did you say?
After the whole journey and everything, looking at the whole thing, I said, no, it won't favor me to serve. So I decided to apply for exemption.
Good.
I applied for exemption.
So what have you been doing since then?
Okay, so finished from school, after finishing from school, and then I did the job of a resource person for the optometry unit in Obafemi University.
Oh, okay.
I did resource person for them. So what I did there, that was made me hone my skills more on the assistive tech. So we have people that will come in who had the same kind of challenge I had. And so I'm grateful to the various heads of department of that particular, because they are ophthalmologists. So they were the ones that understood, and they knew, so they were the ones that gave me like some form of enabling environment to do one or two there to help people. So they said, okay, we are not going to give you money, but we'll allow you work with people so that people that have this kind of challenges, we help them see how you could secure these kind of things for them so that they could live a better. And I did secure for some people, and I have a lot of weaknesses. Even there are two people at the top of my fingers right now. There's a guy that is currently in the UK, and the other one currently working in a bank in Nigeria here. He uses. I'll show you another kind of equipment I have here with me, because apart from this equipment, this one is my own personal equipment. I call it my demonstration equipment. There's another equipment I'll show you, which is much more better than this, much more superior than this. So the procurement for people with that and other types. So almost every equipment in this catalog that you can see have done procurements for people with them so that they could use them. I hope nothing fell off.
Yeah, your receipt or invoice.
Okay. So did a lot of, you will see, there are different kind of.
So this is what you do?
Yes, this is what you do. Yes, this is what I now do.
For those who have visually challenged, you help them to get.
Yes.
That's for those who their issues have not deteriorated to a level where they can't see again, right?
Yes. So they have a certain. So they come in. I talk to them. I understand their needs, because what we do is there are people that have needs for long distance vision, like the first equipment on the page here, where you saw the woman wearing it.
Yes.
That's for some people that want to see for distant items. And we have things that people that want to see at a close range can do. So they will use the other one. So I'll just show you one other equipment. Let me see if I can get that one out of the bag. It's classified as a desktop video magnifier.
Right.
It's desktop because you actually place it on your table. But you can actually hold it.
Okay.
So they have something like this.
Amazing.
How could I split this aside just to waste time?
Yeah.
So sorry about that. Something's hooking there. So now this one, you see when you open, because it comes like this. This actually can
okay.
You see that the packaging is different from that first one.
Definitely.
So you bring it out this way. You can see it's different from the one I brought up first time. You could give me that book so I could show you how this one actually works. Let's pick it out.
Here you go.
I'm going to do it today. So you can open any place where there's a text.
Okay. This is open the first page.
You could go to the next page. Okay. So you turn it on this way.
Okay.
I hope it's on them.
Yes.
It should show Amigo video.
Yes.
So this is actually a product from Enhanced Vision Systems in the United States. Now they've matched with Vispero, but I love their equipment because so I don't know if you can see the screen.
Right.
It's open now. Okay. It's displaying back. So if I.
Okay. Right. I get you.
Is there anything showing on the screen?
Yes, the text.
Okay, so you hold it against it, so you can make it bigger. So there are different things I could manipulate here. Like if I wanted to do the, now there's the where's that zoom button? Okay, so if I wanted to zoom in, I could do this. You could. I see that. So you could adjust the zoom. You could go to mode.
In caps.
And you can actually freeze you can freeze the frame. Forgetting the button now. You can freeze the frame because it's a combination. You can freeze the frame and then you can manipulate it differently. You can change the color contrast and everything.
Wow.
So, and this is far better than the normal eyeglasses because it takes the strain away from the glasses. Really it takes the strain away.
You recommend that?
Yeah, I really recommend it. So let me turn this one off.
Amazing. So this is what you now help people who have some sort of visual impairment. So that's fantastic.
I also do take my time to do counseling if you need to.
Yes, if you need to. That's so good. That's so good.
So is the light turned off?
Yes,
Okay, yes,
it is
it's
now.
turned off, yes.
So as we begin to wrap this, I want to still ask my question. How are you able to respond to my WhatsApp chat?
Oh, that's a very, very easy
We'll use
thing.
that to wrap this session
Yes,
up.
that's a
Yes.
very, very easy
How
thing.
are you
So I'm going to
doing?
show you how I do that.
I want
So
to
I
see.
use an iPhone,
Okay.
and on an iPhone there's a tool called in fact there's an accessibility, there are different accessibility tools on this iPhone. So now you see, I don't know if you could pick the sound, but it's going to be sounding very, very fast.
Yes.
And so, but I'll slow it down soon for the sake of hearing. No. It comes with the 50. Yeah. So let me turn it. You could hear alarm station. So I'm going to turn that off permanently. So I'm going to go in. So now I'll show you how I actually listen to your message. So this is your chat here. I don't know. This is your chat. So this is me saying here. So this is me. So this is me asking. Okay. So this is your typical message here.
Yes, that's the message.
Yes. This is your typical message that says, wait, let me show you how your message. Let me see. So we look forward to seeing you soon. This is your message here. So and this is my reply. So now you want to ask, how do I do this? So I just come here, I tap this, a keyboard comes up, then I can actually either write and say like this.
Okay.
Now say I could do this. No, that's not what I want. I need afternoon. So I just going to delete that last word. So I'm going to like afternoon. So I could do this as an option, or I could come here and then I could see. Let me see if okay, I could do this. I could just say. So this has been a very wonderful session, and then I stop.
This has been a very wonderful session.
Amazing. Wow.
And I can also show you one other thing that this does. So let me see if I have a picture somewhere. Okay. So let me see where I can actually get a picture from you that you will understand. So I'm here in it. So now this is the photo. Now you can see.
Wow.
It's typical message. That's how I get in here. But now I'll just show you how I read these messages. So this is a picture, for example. I'll come here. Okay, I'm going to. I want to take the picture into a particular mode. So go click forward here. You come here. You click share here. So I come here, and so I come here. So there are different tools. Now I'll show you one tool here. Now, this called Seeing AI is actually an app by Microsoft that analyzes pictures. I'll demonstrate this one now. So I click recognize with Seeing AI. It uses the internet, so it's going to analyze the picture. Wait for it. It's going to give a feedback. So there are three ways I interact with items. So
the image is a screenshot of a loan application interface from EaseMoney. It provides details about a loan selection and repayment schedule.
Right. So it's just going to tell you everything that is on it, right?
Now you can see it's
at the top of the screen displays the time tab.
This is amazing.
And the network status LTE with signal bars and battery.
Okay.
So I have different tools like that.
Yes, that's just fantastic. That's just fantastic. Wow. I wish we had all the time to take everything. But I mean, thank you so much, sir. Yes. And my last question to just wrap this up would be, I mean, what would be your advice to people who have one or two challenges and they're feeling some type of way about their lives? What am I going to do with my life?
First of all, I would always tell you, just like we have it in the scriptures. It says, do not be anxious. That's number one. Number two, the best form of encouragement you can have is an encouragement you yourself give yourself. Never give up on yourself. If you don't give up on yourself, you will be where you want to be. It may be time. Yes, our current environment in Nigeria doesn't support a lot of things, and which I wish that we can actually do better with. I know that the Lagos State government has an office for disability. I know that there are people doing different things, but it's not enough. Buildings are not being built properly with walkways, with full HSE compliance standards that allow you to say, okay, this is how I'm going in here, this is where I'm going, this is what is happening here. So there's a lot of things that need to be done, but one thing is, with the right tool, with the right encouragement. And your best encouragement is actually your state of mind. You have a good state of mind, and with the right tools, you can have almost anything done. You see, now I use an iPhone, for example, and it's also on an Android. There are a lot of accessibility tools that if you use it well, you can actually be alone, you can live alone, you can do almost anything you can do. I could do almost anything. I could do banking transactions. There's almost nothing I can't do on that phone.
Awesome.
So that's just basically. So never, the summary is, if you have a goal, if you have a dream, if you have an ambition, even if the environment, keep, like they now say, keep showing up. Keep showing up. Someone will notice that you're showing up and take interest.
Amazing.
And then from there, the sky will be your starting point, not the sky will be your limit. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. So please, people, never give up. If you need assistive aids like this, you can always reach out. There are ways you can get it, and you would be able to enjoy your education.
Amazing.
You'll be able to enjoy your career, and you will have a fulfilled life. Just like
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being here. Thank you for honoring the invitation.
I'm so very honored.
This has been such a very enlightening session. I mean, we've learned a lot. It has been so good. And what I'm going with is, no matter what it is that you're going through, don't give up. The moment you give up, that's the end.
Exactly.
There's always a way. Just
Somebody
he said
will
that
always
he said something that he didn't want to leave the university walls without going out with something.
Yes,
He needed to come out with something. And even though he had to leave medical school and he went to psychology, but he continued to try until he came out with something. And irrespective of what's happening right now, he's here giving help to those who are also, visually challenged and all that. So don't give up no matter what you're going through. All right. Thank you everyone for being a part of this session. It's been amazing, enlightening, impactful. And I will see you again at the next episode of Conversation with Ife Talks. Bye for now.